Today you will learn how to create this amazing animation like Iman Gadzhi in DaVinci Resolve. Select a fusion composition, drag it to the timeline, and extend its duration by pressing Ctrl D. In this case, I set it to 7 seconds. Now right click on the fusion composition and choose Open in Fusion page. Insert a background node and connect it to Media Out. Change the type of the background to gradient, then select radial. Set the first color to 2B0000 and the second to 120000. Adjust the start text to 0.5. Press Shift Spacebar, search for scan lines and add it. Change the line frequency value to 8.63. Then set the line sharpness to 0.52. Also set line width to 0.165. Now copy the scan lines node with Ctrl C and paste it with Ctrl V. Change the angle of the second scan lines to 90. Add a merge, a rectangular mask and another background node, then connect them all. Go to rectangular mask and set soft edge to 0.0961. Then modify center Y to 0.165 and width to 1.295. Press Shift Spacebar again, search for box blur and add it to the composition. Increase the strength to 0.748. Now go back to the media pool, add another fusion composition with the same duration as the previous one and enter it. Insert a new rectangular mask and background node, then connect them. Add a merge and connect it to the background. Hold down on the merge node and drag it to the left viewer, or press 1 to the same effect. Set the width of the mask to 0.966 and the height to 0.669. Copy the rectangular mask with Ctrl C and paste it as an instance using Ctrl Shift V. Then insert another background node, connect it to the instance, select the merge instance, right click to the diamond next solid and choose the instance. Repeat the same process for border width. Disable solid and set border width to 0.0088. Change the color of the new background node to 565656. Add a second merge and connect it to the first one. Drag this new merge into the left viewer or press 1. Insert a polygon mask and another background, connect them together. Change the background color to white. Select the polygon mask and disable the lower keyframe. Press Shift Spacebar, search for grid and add it to help you drag a straight line. Set row cells and column cells to 2. Then reduce measure line spacing and measure line width to 0. Draw a line in the polygon mask while holding Shift to keep it straight. Remove the grid and change the mask border width to 0.0044. Adjust the space by selecting the points on the line and set border style to flat. Expand the view to full screen by clicking the top right icon and drag the second merge into the viewer. Add a mask paint, then go to the polygon mask, right click the lower diamond and select Publish. Connect the mask paint to the polygon mask, then with mask paint selected, click the polygon stroke icon in the top left. Open stroke control, right click the diamond at the bottom and choose Connect to Polyline Value. In the brush section, click the solid circle. Set the spacing to 2.1. Return to polygon mask and change the paint node from merge to minimum. Go back into mask paint and set the size to 1.375. Now add a image plane 3D. Also add a merge 3D, a camera 3D and a render 3D, connecting them to media out. Go back to dual viewer mode by clicking the top right icon. In the camera, move translation Z backwards. Go back to the image plane 3D and under transform set rotation X to -90. Return to camera 3D, enable use target and move translation Y upward to achieve a top-down view. After render 3D, add the soft glow. Set gain to 0.945 and glow size to 20.5. For now, disable it by toggling the switch at the top. Now import your 3D airplane from the media pool, ensuring it's OBJ or FBX format, and connect it to Emerge 3D. In the Transform section, set Translation X to 0.321, Translation Y to 0.001, Rotation X to -90, Rotation Y to 90, and Scale to 0.00004. Press Shift Spacebar and search for Cook Tolerance, which we'll use to a scene texture to the airplane. Add the base color image and rename it to base color. Insert a texture 2D node and connect it to the yellow input of hook tolerance. Import the metallic color image. Duplicate the texture 2D node with Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. Connect it to specular intensity material input by holding Alt. Also add a normal color file and rename it using F2 to normal. Rename the previous node to metallic. Add a bump map node connecting it to the bump material input also using Alt. Then import the roughness color file. Duplicate another texture 2D, connect it to the roughness material input, again using Alt. Finally select all texture nodes, right click and choose group, or press Ctrl+G to group them. Add a point light and connect it to the Merge 3D. Click on the airplane and pin the top right icon to keep it viewer locked. Now return to the point light, open transform, right click the diamond next to translation X, select expression, then drag from the plus to the airplane's translation X. Repeat the same step for translation Y, linking it to the airplane's translation Y. Go into the expression box from translation Y and type +1 at the end. Set the light's translation Z to 0.62. In render, enable lighting and shadows checkbox. In controls, increase the intensity to 2. Now select the runaway image plane 3D. Open controls and disable affected by lights. Add a text node and image plane 3D. Unpin the airplane node to close the pinned viewer. Drag the text node into the left viewer to display it. Type in the text, taking off a plane. Set the font to Montserrat semi-bold. Then right-click the text box and choose character level styling. In the modifier section, set the words taking off and change their font from semi-bold to extra bold. Now connect the image plane 3D to the Merge 3D. Go to Transform and reduce the size to 0.52. Adjust translation X, Y and Z to position the text behind the airplane. Use the mouse wheel to navigate within the 3D scene. Duplicate the two text nodes, paste them and connect them also to the Merge 3D. On the second image plane 3D, adjust the translation to center it. Change the text in the second node to launching a business. Select all four text nodes and search for underlay to organize the structure better. Change the underlay color. Now take a polygon mask and a background, connecting them together. Drag the background node into the left viewer to show it. In the polygon mask, disable the keyframe at the bottom. Draw an oblique line. Then click the cursor icon to add a middle point and lower it. Select all points and press the curve icon or Shift S to smooth the line. Now you can close the media pool sidebar. Set the border width to 0.0044. Change the background color from black to white. Return to the polygon mask and set border style to flat. At the bottom, right-click the diamond and select Publish. Search for Mask Paint and connect it to the polygon mask. With Mask Paint selected, click the polyline icon in the top left. Open Stock Control, then right-click the diamond icon and choose Connect to Polyline 2 value. Open Brush Control and select the solid circle. Set the spacing to 1.784. In the polygon mask, change the paint mode from merge to minimum. Return to mask pane and set the size to 0.0307. Add image plane 3D and connect it to the merge 3D. Under transform, set the scale to 1.286. Then adjust the translation to the line begins near the airplane nose. Select the four newly created nodes and add an underlay. Create a new rectangular mask, a background and a merge node. Connect them. Drag the merge into the left viewer and click the percentage at the top to set it to fit. Change the background color to FF0000. In the rectangular mask, disable solid. Then set border width to 0.0087, width to 0.644, height to 0.171 and the corner radius to 0.118. With the mask selected, Ctrl+C and Ctrl+Shift+V to paste it as an instance. Also duplicate the background. On the mask instance, right-click the diamond next to solid. Choose the instance, then renable solid. Change the background color to 710000 and reduce alpha to 0.25. Add the second merge and connect it to the first one. Copy the previous text node, paste it to connect it to the second merge. Drag the second merge into the left viewer. Change the color to a lot of effort. In the layout section, adjust the Y value value to move it upward. Then in the text panel, change the color to red. Insert a new image plane 3D and connect it to Emerge 3D. Under transform, set the scale to 0.451. Then adjust translation and rotation Z to position it at the end of the runaway. Select the first text node, go to modifiers, right click inside the box and choose follower. Set the delay to 0.5, then in transform right click offset Y and choose XY path. Advance a few frames and raise the Y slightly. Open the follower tab, go to shading, enable a keyframe on opacity, set it to 0, then a few frames later bring the opacity back to 1. Repeat the same process for the other two text nodes, so they appear in sequence. Return to the polygon mask of the line and set a keyframe at length 0, then move forward and bring it to 1. Now move on the camera 3D animation, open transform, enable keyframe on translation XYZ and target XYZ. Create an initial zoom in on the central text. Then move the camera to the right to show the airplane and the second text. When the line appears, the camera shifts to the left, showing the red rectangle. Then adjust the border length, and finally the scene with the plane taking off. Now go to the airplane node for its animation. Enter transform, add enable keyframes on translation XYZ and rotation XYZ. At first the airplane starts from above, lands on the runway, then when the line appears, begin to take off, lifting the nose with rotation Z. When the animation is complete, click spline at the top, then the three dots menu beside it and choose select all tools. Press Ctrl A and select all keyframes, then press S or click the curve icon to smooth the animation. Finally go back to the soft glow node and enable it by clicking the switch at the top